6, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the True Crime Squad. This is Katie Weaver. I'm here with my sister, co-host, and partner in crime, Kristi Brower. Hello.
Hello. Hey everybody.
How's it going?
Sandy's here too.
Yes.
It is going. I'm all right. Still fighting this cold.
Your voice is a little better today.
It is a little bit better, but my throat is like really itchy. Ugh.
Oh, that's the worst. Yeah.
So I get that. I've got a cough drop. I've got my finger on the sorry, I realized I have not moved my desk. I've got my finger on the mute button if I have to, because you know when
Just
you get
in
that
case.
itchy cough and you just can't
When
stop.
it hits, man. Yeah. Have you ever had itchy lungs?
Yes.
That's a weird
It's a
one.
terrible feeling.
Yeah. Oh.
Well,
Well,
an itchy
I'm glad
throat
you're
that
swinging
is
up.
making me sneeze, but it's a throat sneeze, not a nose sneeze. I don't know how to describe that, but
I really hate that
it's
we're
crazy.
descending into
Oh,
cold and flu
yes.
season. Yeah.
I know. Sucks. Yes, Steph, you do
Good.
have your mini Sandy ordered, and I know some of you do, and
Fun.
those are going in the mail tomorrow. Look at me being all
Excellent.
with it and everything.
Look
But yeah,
at
they're
you.
going in the mail tomorrow. Yeah.
Excellent. Well,
Mhm.
is this full moon kicking your ass? Is it kicking all of you guys' ass? Because
It is,
holy
yeah.
cow,
I
this
am
moon is
extremely
wicked.
tired.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah, it's a super moon. It is draining everybody to the core. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling it.
me too. I don't even know. I did make today. I have something really fun because
Mm.
I bought from a lady in Meridian in Boise, well, in Caldwell, uh, some slip molds for Christmas tree ornaments.
Oh yeah.
So to make to make ceramics, and I get to go get them this weekend, so I'm excited about that. But to fire those, that's a trick because you can't lay them down in the kiln. And so I made 25 little stands for them today out of clay. They're just
Mm.
hand built, that I'm hoping I can just invert them and stick them on to be able to fire them so I don't have glaze everywhere and just ruin everything. So we'll find out. But yeah, I sat at the table for
Wow.
quite a long time today making 25 of these little, they're just like a little round thing with a kind of a witch's hat shaped peg in the center of them. And I mean,
hmm
they're terrible, but it doesn't matter because they're just
Yeah.
they're just little
Just a
stands. But
utility.
anyway, we'll find out. But I'm so excited for the Christmas tree ornaments. I was
That's
really
pretty fun.
synchronistic. I was looking at buying a few. I'm like, I'm just gonna buy. I haven't been able to find them used. Slip molds are so expensive to buy and ship. Like, oh, so expensive. But I was like, oh, maybe I just buy a couple, and just play with them a little bit. And then I didn't. And a couple days later, I saw a lady who had like just barely posted them in the Boise area. She had a dozen and she wanted $100 for them, which is insane. I was going to pay $100 to buy and ship one of them. So,
Whoa.
yeah, it was a crazy
Wowza.
deal. And then when my kids picked them up, she's like, oh, well, if your mom does this stuff, I have several more molds. I just wanted to be done with all of them. So she loaded them up with stuff I didn't even buy.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, but
You
I'm
have luck
really
like
excited.
that all the time when it comes
I
to
do.
all of this ceramic and glass stuff you're doing now.
hmm To be fair, people have been incredibly kind to me. I've been really, really lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
really
awesome.
lucky. Yeah. So anyhow, I'm super excited about it, and at least got my stands made today. So today hasn't been a complete wash, but
Right. Well, that's
but
very
almost.
cool.
Yeah,
I'm just
good
getting
stuff.
started thinking about what I'm going to print for Christmas. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we did something really smart
Oh.
yesterday. I think it was smart. Our nieces and nephews are all young adults now, except for
Yeah.
our youngest niece that's still in high school. But, these kids are just, everybody's, they're living life. They're working, they're doing things, and we just don't see them as much. And I just don't feel like I
hmm
know these kids that well currently. I don't know what they're into. I don't know. When they were
Right.
kids, they were so much easier. So I was like, what if I put together a little like questionnaire and put it in our family group chat and threaten them with, well, I threatened to egg their cars because we have a lot of eggs if they didn't fill it out.
I
And
mean,
I'm
if
telling
that's
you
what it
what,
takes.
people started filling it out immediately. And we have
Mhm.
reached almost 100% compliance. Actually, the person who hasn't done it is your son and my husband. So
Yeah, I know. I just haven't sat
we'll
down
have
and
to
made him do it. I'm not even sure
beat
if
them
he's
into
noticed it.
compliance. But that's been brilliant. Everybody fill it out and answer the questions. So we have sizes and favorites and what are you into? What don't you want to
Yes,
receive? What do you have enough
so
of? What are
very
you
helpful.
not? Yeah. But what also do you like? And oh gosh, I think it's going to make buying so much easier. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Make the holidays much easier.
hmm Yeah, I'm
Agreed.
super excited. So, anyhow, if you feel that way with your family members, maybe put together a poll, threaten to do violence to them if they don't fill it out, and I promise they will.
They probably will. Yeah.
Maybe I didn't even have to make the threat. I don't know.
I mean, then your daughter put it all in a Google Doc for us to make it even easier,
Yeah,
which I thought was pretty great.
that was pretty great. Yeah, I know. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Well, and we usually do a jammy exchange. We draw names and we do a jammy exchange on Christmas Eve. And you had a brilliant idea this year to everyone just come in whatever, leggings or jammy pants you want to be in for our Christmas Eve celebration. And instead of buying jammies for the person whose name you draw, buy them a hilarious t-shirt. I am
Yeah. I think it's going to be really
dying.
fun.
It's going to be so fun. Plus, because of the whole collection of wigs that I've been gathering for True Crime Squad, I have also been gathering for our family event. So not only will you
Yes.
give somebody a funny t-shirt to wear, you'll pick a wig out of my tote for that person to wear for the night. So everyone's going to be in a crazy freaking wig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait. This is
Someone
going to be
will be
hilarious.
Sarah Boone, I want you to know. And someone will also be Lori F. Vallow. But,
Yeah. Someone else might be Fabio. I thought I'd bring my Fabio wig along.
oh, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. It's
That's
going to
pretty
be great.
funny.
Yeah. Yep. Super excited. So we're just working on lots of things. But
Hmm.
we have all kinds of stuff. I'm going to start us out, I think, with the Nick Rossi sentencing.
I think
So
you better.
Rossi was, Jesus Christ, you guys, get your punching pillows. You will want them. Oh my gosh, you will not believe what he says. But uh, this guy
Sanders and I have
is,
mine right here. Okay, Sanders, get ready.
okay, yes, yes. So he was sentenced just like the other rape case for 5 to life. So again, in Utah, we don't know. They'll they'll decide within their internal system how long they actually keep him, and hopefully it's a good long time. He has 2 5
At
to life
minimum 5.
sentences. Yeah,
Well, and they're consecutive, right?
yeah,
Not concurrent. So
I believe they're
he's at
consecutive. Yeah, so
least
he's
10
at least
years.
10. Yeah, yeah. And also, I mean, he would have to change his tune pretty significantly at this point because, they're looking for, some remorse. But they probably aren't looking for this raft of shit right here.
Mr. Rossi, you have the right to speak at your sentencing. You're not required to do that. Is there anything further that you would want me to know today?
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court. The noted conservative commentator, George F. Will, has said in recent days, or in recent years, that victimhood is the new status symbol.
You know what?
Small dog.
I don't know why this is so quiet.
Everyone needs to be a victim because
I'll
that
let it play
is
out, but I'm also going to turn it
their
up.
way of
Yeah.
signifying their status and their status symbol. I don't have a lengthy statement full of flowery language and hyperbole that I want the court to consider. However, I would say that these women are lying and that what they have done is unjust, unkind, and not plausible in the eyes of the law. So when I do say, which I do say now, that I am not guilty and I plan to lodge an appeal in due course, it is with the utmost sincerity of who I know I am and who I strive to be, which is a kind person who has the capacity for sympathy and empathy beyond what can be described here. All I can say is that I know who I am, and I am not the person as aforementioned. Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, we know who you are. The biggest liar in America. That's who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I ran it through my program to blow it up, so I'll play it again for you guys a little bit later in the show. Blow up the
That
sound
was
because I don't know why it was
that
so dang
was
quiet. But you
weirdly
really,
well, but he's also trying, and that judge is so meek that I'm like, my God, dude,
mm-hmm.
speak up.
Right? Come to the table, sir. We need all of this.
This was a
But
different
yes,
accent than last time too, wasn't it?
it was a different accent, still doing the very hoarse, like you guys said, the Batman voice.
I
And
can talk
again,
like
Nick,
that too, Nick. Doesn't mean it's real. God.
how is this guy gonna do in prison? How? How? They'll have to protect him, though. I mean, considering that he's in a wheelchair and on oxygen and stuff, he's not going to be in a regular prison
If
situation, I
he's
can't
even
imagine.
using that stuff in jail, I mean, is he?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they'll have prison medical staff that evaluate him, to see what they think. But let's move on and we'll come back. We'll listen to this again since that was I'm
Okay.
not satisfied. You guys really needed to hear that absolute tripe. So
It's
we'll
okay.
move on,
Me
but
and
we'll come
Sanders will
back
use
to
the
it.
punching pillow again.
I'm sure that's true. Not just for
Hmm.
that one, but others too. So,
Hmm.
talk to us about the hot car trial situation.
Oh, you guys. Can you just take an incredibly horrible, sad situation and just make it worse? If you remember this guy, this is Christopher Schultz. He was accused of leaving his 2-year-old daughter in a hot car and she died. This was in Tucson, Arizona. He's the guy who his daughter was asleep, so he left the car running with the air conditioning on, went in the house and got distracted. And apparently the car auto shuts off 30 minutes after. And the baby
Oh
was found
God.
several hours later by her mother. It's
Oh
a horrific
no.
situation. He's also the guy that they've come out publicly to say that at one point while his daughter was suffering and dying in the car, he was looking up porn on his PlayStation. I mean, it is just
Oh jeez.
as bad as it can get.
Playing video
Well,
games too. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And he apparently had a history of leaving the kids in a running car. The older kids told the police that that's happened to them before too.
Oh
So,
my
like, if the child
gosh.
is asleep in the car or something, it was kind of his thing to just leave him there and let him sleep. I guess so he could go do his own thing. I don't know. I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
assume, but it's awful. But today it
Mm,
was the day that he was supposed to turn himself in because he is taking a plea.
mm-hmm.
Well, unfortunately, that's not going to happen because at 5:22 this morning, the police were called to his place and he was found deceased.
Oh my
So
God.
he is now dead. They're not saying, of course, there's an autopsy and blah, 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 but
Mm-hmm.
I think we can all kind of infer probably what this is. And we'll, of course, report on
Mm-hmm.
what they find. But yeah, um, he is now
Wow.
deceased as well. I mean, tragedy upon tragedy,
Yeah.
horrifically sad.
Oh, it's just unbelievable.
Horrifically sad for his other children,
Yeah. Well, and
and
his
for his
wife.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know the status of their relationship. I'm not sure if they're still together, but
Right.
for and everyone who loves him and who was devastated by the loss of his little girl, himself included,
Mm-hmm.
this is horrific.
Yeah.
I guess the defense attorneys and prosecutors basically found out at court and were obviously shaken and emotional in the hearing, explaining to the judge. Um, the judge, I think, mainly just out of confusion or they were all just so unsettled by this, reset the sentencing hearing for him for November 21st, except, well, that's not going to happen
Oh
because, well, this
my.
guy's dead. So I don't know. It was all very shocking, it sounded like,
Oh dear.
and just hideously sad.
Wow.
So
Terrible.
that's the way that case ends.
Okay. Well, I have Rossi pulled up again, so I apologize for that, but we're going to just play it again so you can actually hear it.
Sure.
Mr. Rossi, you have the right to speak at your sentencing. You're not required to do that. Is there anything further that you would want me to know today?
Thank you, Your Honor. I may have pleased the court. The noted conservative commentator, George F. Will, has said in recent days, or in recent years, that victimhood is the new status symbol. Like a small dog or a new purse, everyone needs to be a victim because that is their way of signifying their status and their status symbol. I don't have a lengthy statement full of flowery language and hyperbole that I want the court to consider. However, I would say that these women are lying and that what they have done is unjust, unkind, and not plausible in the eyes of the law. So when I do say, which I do say now, that I am not guilty and I plan to lodge an appeal in due course, it is with the utmost sincerity of who I know I am and who I strive to be, which is a kind person who has the capacity for sympathy and empathy beyond what can be described here. All I can say is that I know who I am, and I am not the person as aforementioned. Thank you, Your Honor.
It's just popular to be a victim, guys. It's just the thing
Right.
these days. It's just popular.
That's what these rape victims are. What an asshole. My God. And you think that this is going to help you get,
Sympathy from the
less
court?
time?
Yeah.
Because it is the parole board that will determine ultimately his sentence.
Mm-hmm.
And showing zero remorse is certainly not going to help his case.
Yeah.
And we know he's
that
going
was-
away for at minimum 10 years.
Yeah. But good God, are you kidding me? Yeah.
Disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Never been a fan, Nick, but it's even worse now. I know who I am and who I strive to be. Arthur Knight Brown? Is that who you
Mhm.
think? It's
Nicholas-
just shocking that all the shit this man has
Rossi,
done.
Oliverdian. Yeah, Arthur Knight Brown.
This
Jingleheimer
is such
Schmidt.
hypocritical shit. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I just cannot. Right? Stephanie said outside of the crimes, he's just a foul liar. Yeah.
He is-
100%.
It's disgusting.
Yep. So, anyway, so now he's now sentenced, convicted, sentence, done, headed to prison. So unless the feds finally do charge him on the $200,000 worth of financial crimes they've been holding over his head, or the charges that could be coming from a couple other states where he's being accused of sex offenses, we may not hear about him for a while. We'll find out.
And if they'll try to extradite him back to the UK, at this
Right?
point, I kind of doubt it where he's
I
going
doubt
away.
it too.
But man,
Mm-hmm.
what a disgusting human being.
Mm-hmm. He
I'm
is
glad we don't have to
the
see his dumb
worst.
face again. And all
No,
the
but
fake
you-
shit and different fake accent this time than last time. Like, dude,
Yeah.
you're not even consistent. Like, come on.
Right. Also, you can't look at a picture of Nick and not smell him. You
I
just
know.
can't.
Ugh,
He
it's
is
true.
so nasty. Everything
Yeah,
about
he
him I
is
cannot
vile.
stand. You guys won't believe it, but I have a second Nick for you tonight on the show. Not this Nick, not even a
Another
Nick, but another story that is going to just blow your mind. But let's talk about
Good Lord.
let's talk about the funniest thing probably that's happening this week, the sandwich trial.
You guys. I mean, come on. Do you know about this? This is a federal trial. This is literally a real thing that our federal judicial system is doing. And that is that a man named Sean Dunn
Mm-hmm.
is on trial for throwing a sub-style sandwich at a border patrol officer in Washington, D.C. this summer. Also, this is the fastest federal trial I have ever seen in my whole life
Yeah.
because this just happened in August
Mm-hmm.
and
When
it's
it's already a
already a
trial.
trial.
It's only a misdemeanor, but
Right. But it's a trial. I think
Yeah.
mostly because his defense is like, this is the dumbest thing ever. His defense started the trial by saying he did it. He threw the sandwich.
Mhm.
Um, also, how dumb is that?
Mm. Yeah.
Um,
I mean, obviously, don't be throwing shit at federal officers. Don't do that.
no, but he did not hurt anyone.
No.
His attorney is Julia Gatto, and she also said the United States government turned that moment, a thrown sandwich, into a criminal case, a federal criminal case, charging a federal criminal offense.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to hear some of this because it is so very stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So the Border Patrol officer testified yesterday. He told the jury that Sean Dunn became really irritated and started yelling obscenities at him and other officers that night before throwing a Subway-style sandwich at me that struck me in the chest.
Mm-hmm.
It smelled of onions and mustard, he said of the sandwich, which he says exploded all over his chest.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the problem with that is that there is a photo of the sandwich on the ground after it was thrown at him, still wrapped up in its Subway paper.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a sandwich that exploded?
I can't
But guys,
really think you could
it
have that both
smelled-
ways.
Yeah, you can't, and that's the problem.
He
Is
really
it
impeached
just, like,
himself by saying that.
Bong and fell on the ground. That is literally all that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did not unwrap, but it smelled of onions and mustard, my friends. This was
As
the
you
real
do
crime,
if you're a
I
sandwich.
guess.
Yeah.
So one of the defense attorneys brought up the picture of the sandwich on the ground, still wrapped in the Subway paper, and asked the Border Patrol agent, "Can you tell if it's a turkey sandwich? Lettuce, tomatoes?" He said he could not tell from the picture, but he claimed he had mustard stains on his uniform and pieces of the sandwich hanging from his radio equipment that night.
Uh-huh.
There are, however, no photos of that.
Yeah.
He said from the photo of the sandwich, it looks bent out of shape.
Oh, no, not bent out of
As you
shape.
can imagine,
Oh.
a wrapped Subway foot long. We all kind of know what that looks like, right? If you threw it, it might sort of be bent, but apparently it really didn't even come apart. This is why we're wasting our federal
Do you think the
judicial
jury is
system on.
thinking? Right. Is the jury like, why are we here? Why are we here?
I am sure that they are, and I think that's really the point.
Yeah.
Apparently, the officer, his last name is Larmore, he said he has received some gag gifts related to the sandwich incident, including a plush sandwich and a patch that said felony footlong. Because this is a joke to everyone.
Everyone. Mm-hmm.
Himself included, because he
Yep.
thought it was pretty funny. He said he put the stuffed toy sandwich on top of my shelf in my office. Before the incident and after leaving the Subway restaurant, Sean Dunn soon became red-faced and enraged, he testified, calling me and my colleagues all kinds of names, saying we were fascist. I didn't respond. That's his constitutional right to express his opinion, correct? During the trial, body-worn camera footage was taken from the night of his arrest, played for the jury, including a portion where Dunn told an officer, "I was trying to draw them away from where they were, and I succeeded."
Okay.
Yeah. Here's what the Assistant U.S. Attorney John Perrin told the jury. "Look, I understand you may all have views of the federal law enforcement presence in D.C., and that's fine. We're not trying to convince you otherwise, but respectfully, that's not what this case is about." Are you sure? This case is about the fact that you can't go around throwing stuff at people when you're mad. Wasn't a rock, wasn't a brick, wasn't even a can of soup. it was a Subway sandwich. When we have disputes, we settle them verbally, concluding that Dunn threw the sandwich and forcibly assaulted Larimore. I mean, okay.
It's not smart to do. However,
It isn't smart to
is
do, but did it
there
warrant
not
a
more
trial?
important things to talk about? Yeah.
Right.
Did it warrant a trial?
No.
And I don't care I don't care if this happened in DC or anywhere else, and I don't
No.
care if it was a federal officer or anyone else. I just think this is dumb.
It is. One of the things that his defense attorney had said is that it's pretty standard if you're being charged with a crime like this, that there is some bodily injury involved.
Right.
He did not have a bruise in the shape of a footlong on his chest.
Mm-hmm. Nor did they even have pictures of him having sandwich all over his chest.
No.
They can't even prove that he...
All they have is just the sandwich still wrapped. And Subway, it's double wrapped. Come on.
Yeah.
We've all been there when you have to dig it out of 2 wraps.
Mm-hmm. While you're driving down the road.
Yeah. So it's actually out with the jury now. They finished up today. The
what they
trial
fed them for dinner?
Probably Subway. I mean, well, come on. Why not? The presiding judge, Carl Nichols, called this the simplest case in the history of the world.
Yeah. Yes.
Just so you're aware, a DC jury recently acquitted a different resident who was also charged with assault for allegedly moving her knee up toward an officer while being restrained after filming officers as they had made immigration-related arrests. Now, she did not make contact with said knee. She just moved it up a little. And they said, yeah, that's not assault. So we'll see what this jury has to say. But for God's sakes.
Yeah.
What an incredible waste of time and money.
And
This is the
huge
federal
waste
system.
of
My
resources.
God.
Yep.
Yeah.
Insane. And
So-
all of it insane. Okay.
Dumbest thing ever. I think the judge thinks it's the dumbest thing he's ever seen. It's the simplest
he does.
case he's ever seen. It's probably also the dumbest, if he could say that out loud.
Indeed.
Right?
Well-
More paper than sandwich. Exactly.
Right.
Like they are wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what the jury decides to do with this one.
We shall. Yeah.
Well, I promised you somebody a Nick Aliverdian style case, and here it is.
Oh boy.
This absolute dumbass right here. His name is Anthony Lennon. Well, I mean, that's
Is it?
his real name.
Oh.
Anthony was convicted 13 years ago of a sex crime. He should be a convicted sex offender. And he fled. And he has been on the lam for 13 years.
Oh, good Lord.
How did he flee? Well, he worked at a hotel, or a motel, if you will. And the police arrived. There was a call that there had been a disturbance of some sort. The police arrived, and there was a lot of blood. No Anthony, but a lot of blood. And they did DNA test that blood, and it was Anthony's blood.
Ooh, okay.
And then he was never heard from again. And so effectively faking his own death. Yeah. Only, unfortunately, he took on the name of Justin Phillips. And he was fingerprinted recently. And those fingerprints, by God, who did they match up to? Oh, Anthony Lennon. Yes.
Why was he fingerprinted?
I'm not sure. That's one thing we don't know. So hopefully that comes out. He was a student enrolled at a local university in Canton.
Oh
Uh,
boy.
yeah, he's just been doing whatever he wanted. He had fled from, I believe, from Oklahoma, but at any rate, yeah, he was supposed to serve a 20-year. He had a 20-year suspended sentence for aggravated possession of child pornography.
Oh God.
So in
What the hell has he been up
2011,
to for all this time?
yeah, in 2011, a task force discovered that he had additional child pornography, and he was arrested again and bonded out. That's why he was out at the time.
Yeah, just bond these
And
guys out. It always works
yeah,
out great.
yep, that's when he faked his death and took the fuck off. Yep, yep. So yes, he will have additional charges now. Yeah, he was going to college, pursuing just living it up, and as it turns out, yeah, no.
So he had like fake enough details to be thinking he could get a degree in this
I
fake name.
guess.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So they are looking around to see if he's committed other crimes now that they have a hold of his devices and know where he has been living and whatnot. So
Well,
they're checking
of course
out.
he has.
Right. This shit doesn't stop. No.
No.
But so for 13 years though, he's just been out doing whatever he wants.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Well, and apparently he was working on a doctorate in computer science. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Probably running servers or some shit.
Yeah. That's what we want this guy to do. Yep.
No.
Well, so he fled from Oklahoma, but he was picked up in New York.
Okay.
Yep.
Gross ass.
So yeah, that's that's the story of Anthony Lennon, the real Anthony Lennon.
Wow.
So
He
I'm
probably
glad
thought
that
he was
they
bulletproof at this point.
got a hold of him, right? I guess he did. I guess he did. So yeah, it's scary to think how many children he could have hurt between then and now.
Yeah.
But he'll be going to prison for a hot minute now. What they're saying is that 20 years will apply now, as well
hell yeah.
as the charges that he'd bonded out on. Well, he'll be tried for those now. So he's going to be going down the road
Plus,
for a while.
if they find anything else.
If they find anything else, yep. Which,
Wow.
please, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Boy.
Yeah.
Ick.
So much ick. Talk to us about Alec Murdaugh. Seems like someone's got their little fifis hurt.
Yes, speaking of assholes who think they're victims, let's talk about old Alec Murdaugh here. Well, y'all know, some of you have probably watched it. I have not. I just don't care. There's a new Hulu documentary out on the Murdaugh family, and well,
it's not a
let's just say
documentary,
this.
right? It's more like a.
Oh, that's right. It's like it's a drama kind of thing that they did
Mm-hmm.
of his
Or like Lifetime movie style.
his family story. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, I'm getting paywalled and I gotta bring up his statement somewhere else.
Oh, that's so annoying.
But he's put out a statement about this that he's put out through you know who, his attorney, good old Dick Harpoodle, old Harpootlian put this out for him. Here's the statement. Alex is deeply disappointed and disturbed by the recent Hulu streaming series about him and the entire Murdaugh family. The program contains numerous inaccuracies and misleading portrayals that distort the truth of their lives. I mean, it probably says that Alex killed Maggie and Paul. Shocker.
I
depiction
believe
of their-
it does. Yeah.
Yeah. The depiction of their personal family dynamics, is particularly troubling as it totally mischaracterizes Alex's relationships with his wife Maggie and his son Paul, both of whom Alex loves so much. Mags and Papa, guys. Well, he did murder them, so, you know. He was also extremely proud of Paul. Well, he should have been. Any other portrayal of his feelings toward Paul and Maggie are baseless and false. Yeah, okay, whatever. Equally
So
concerning
I
is
wonder
the
if that's over the boat crash.
Maybe it is. That could be. Equally concerning is the lack of engagement by the producers or actors to understand the individuals portrayed. No one from Hulu ever reached out to Alex, guys. Okay. Well, he's kind of busy in prison. His son Buster, anyone, like, give me a break. His son Buster, anyone in the Murdaugh family, or Alex's attorneys to hear their perspective or verify the facts. Guys, they're all butthurt because Hulu didn't interview them.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, the program appears to rely heavily on sensationalized accounts from secondary sources. Was it the trial? Was that maybe from the trial? With no direct knowledge or relationship with him or his family, we urge viewers to approach this dramatization with the knowledge that it is not an accurate portrayal of Alex, sure, his family, or the tragic events that it sensationalizes.
You're telling me that TV Alex doesn't gobble
Sure,
up
Jan.
enough oxy? Is that the problem?
Right, Polly. He's just mad he can't get royalties from it. Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right. How are Dick and Jim still being paid as defense attorneys? I genuinely do not know. But fuck you, Alex.
Right.
You're in prison for murdering your family.
Yeah. And this is
and
your
all
statement.
of the other shit you've done. And this is what you have to say? Come on,
Now,
man. What do you expect?
If Buster came out and said he didn't like it and they didn't talk to him and this is hurtful to him, I would say, rock on, Buster, because I actually don't like this stuff. But Alex, who cares what you think? I mean, give me a break.
No one does.
You literally murdered your family.
And deserve worse.
Yeah. And you're the one saying, I don't like the way they made me look.
Right.
Make you look
And
like
I don't
a killer
know if Buster's
by any
made a
chance?
statement. Yeah. And Buster, I think, would have every right to make a statement or to have said something. I agree with you. He would have every right there. Alex, on the other hand, fuck that guy. Right. And everybody's just mad that he wants money. I know. Some of you, I think I saw in the Discord that some of you watched it and that you thought it was pretty good. I'm so done with the Murdaugh situation that I'm like, I'm good.
I'm preserving my mental health for the second trial if it happens.
Right. Me too, unfortunately. That's all I can even take.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
this one blows my mind. The audacity of Alex Murdaugh will never end. Never end.
No, it will not.
That's who he is until the end of time. Yeah. It's also possible that they spoke to some of Maggie's family or friends, or they might not have talked to anybody because it's a dramatization and they don't actually have to. But, again, I think stuff like this, I am always going to be on the side of the victims' families. And so if this was hurtful to Buster, then yeah, he should say so and he has the right to. But Alex,
or Maggie's family.
Maggie's family. But bitch,
or
you're not a victim.
Non-criminals in Alex's family, if there are some, I think. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Alex, who cares what you think, dude?
Yeah.
Ugh. I'm taking him off the screen. Can't stand looking at his stupid.
We're done. Can't look at that. Yeah.
No.
Well, I have got a little Florida man for you. This is Kevin. And Kevin is just full to the brim of bad decisions.
Oh, Kevin.
Kev was arrested on November 2nd after he intentionally threw rocks at 2 marked patrol vehicles, shattered windows. Like he went ham.
It wasn't sandwiches, was it?
No,
rocks.
It was rocks.
Different story.
Did damage. Now, why is this making the pod? Well, I got to lay out the timeline for you. At 3:35 p.m., this was at the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, Kevin was released from jail. They said, okay, bud, you can go. From something prior.
Mm-hmm.
At 3:37, that was at 3:35. At 3:37, he started picking up rocks and chucking them through windows of police cars. By 3:44, he did it again. And that's when he was arrested. So he was out of jail for less than 20 minutes.
Kevin, buddy, this may have been a Sheriff Grady story. Really?
It could have been, except for it wasn't in Polk. I really wondered. Yep. Kevin, what So the
What
only
are you
thing I
doing,
can think
man?
of is that he wanted to be in jail.
Maybe he got
Did he
himself right
cross
back
the
in.
wrong people and for his own safety, he's putting himself back in jail? Uh,
It
is this a three
does make
hots and a
you
cot
wonder.
kind of situation? Or is Kevin just full of bad decisions? I don't know.
Maybe his best boyfriend ever is in there and he didn't want to be without him. It could be anything.
It could be anything. Yep. Yep.
Joel says,
So
was his prior arrest for extreme public stupidity?
it may have been.
Probably, yeah.
So, Kevin, I'm gonna just plead with you right now to start making better decisions because thus
Sir.
far, kid's only 24. I mean, I know
Oh,
it
buddy.
takes men a while for that brain development to finally finish, but Kevin, come on, man, it's
You've
time.
only got one more year and you're fully developed.
Yeah, yeah, you
Holy
should be
crap,
closer.
man.
You should be closer to the finish line than this, Kev. You should be.
You really should.
So now a criminal mischief charge. That was my first thought is who did he piss off that he wants to be in jail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There must be a reason.
Karen's cat's named Kevin, and whenever I say his name, he starts coming running.
Oh,
Sorry,
well, Kevin,
the
you're
kitty.
a good boy. You're a very
You're a
good
super
boy,
duper
Kevin.
good boy. Yes.
Other Kevin, you're an idiot.
Kevin, you would never do this. Would you knock a vase off of the counter? Of course you would. Would you throw your mother's coffee halfway through the room with your big rude paw? Yeah, we know you would, Kevin. We know.
Mhm.
But you're still a good cat. But this guy, he's not. He's not. He's full of bad choices. So,
Yeah.
so there you go.
He is. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry, man, but rocks, that's a lot more serious deal than a sandwich.
Yeah, much more. Talk to us about the sentencing of Jake Haro.
Yeah. Here we go. This is Jake and Rebecca Haro, parents of Emmanuel Haro, as we know. Jake has now pled guilty to the murder of his 7-month-old child, Emmanuel Haro. He was sentenced today to 25 years to life in prison. He was also given more than 6 years in prison for other offenses that will run consecutively with these. He is ineligible for probation because he was on probation for severely abusing another of his children at the time that this offense happened. So he will serve his entire sentence. His sentences also included more than $20,000 in fines and court fees. The prosecutor did indicate that he deserves no leniency, even though he is indigent. And I mean, how can anyone think that he did deserve any leniency, knowing what he's done?
Right.
Now we know that his wife, Rebecca Haro, has pleaded not guilty to the murder of Emmanuel Haro and is going forward with a preliminary hearing in January. Let's see. Emmanuel Haro's maternal grandmother, Mary Boschausen, addressed the court during Jake's sentencing. She said, "He destroyed my family. Everybody in my family, all my children are destroyed by this. He changed my daughter. We don't know who she is. He kept my daughter away. I don't know what he did or how he changed my daughter's life, but she was never the same person after she went to live with him." She asked for a lengthy sentence for Jake and said, "I don't want to give him another chance."
Jeez.
So Jake Haro goes away. Yes, Jake Haro abused another child, not a child with Rebecca, with a different woman. But he was still on probation because he was given probation for injuring that child so severely that they are permanently disabled. And he was on probation for that offense when he killed his son Emmanuel.
Yeah, he did. Did he do any time or just a very brief amount of time? I think he
Very
did
brief
like
and
a few months or something
a
crazy
few
like
months
that.
or something, and then was
Yeah.
given probation. Yeah, and that is the result, unfortunately.
Yep.
Yeah, he's abused multiple children, yes, but one was
Yeah, but
very,
his
very
first victim
seriously
was
disabled from that.
Oh yeah, she's profoundly disabled. It's unbelievable
Yes.
that he didn't go to prison forever for what
It
he
is
did to that
absolutely
baby.
ridiculous. And had he, Emmanuel Haro would have never even come to be.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just
So
unbelievable that any of this
just
happened. Yeah.
makes me physically sick, frankly. But we will keep an eye on this because we would like to see Rebecca Haro go away for just as long.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
Yep.
She's the one who faked the kidnapping, if you recall.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Ugh, awful.
I know. I have an echo. I can hear it. I don't know why.
Uh,
I'm not hearing any. I don't have anything on my end. I've checked all my settings. I have no idea why I have an echo. So I apologize about that. But I don't know
unfortunately.
why.
Some of you will remember this unpleasant lady right here.
Tough to forget.
It's not a lot of news, but Donna Adelson did file her notice of appeal today. We haven't actually seen the appeal yet, so we won't for a bit, but so we don't know exactly what it says, but I could make a few guesses around did the court err by not allowing this case to be moved to another county? Did the court err by not giving Mrs. Adelson more time to decide whether or not she wanted to testify on her own behalf?
But what about the planners?
Did the court
Should we have
err
let the
by
planners
not
in?
allowing the planners in? I'm sure that's going to be a part of it. A jump scare, right? And I'm sure lots of other things, but I'm sure those are the things, some of the things that are going to come up.
Yeah.
In the request for appeal. In my opinion, the judge in her case did a dang good job, and I'd be really surprised if anything sticks because he tried really hard to bulletproof the case, and
He did. He did a great job, and he didn't.
Mhm.
He was not unfair to her, but he also did not allow her to just do whatever the hell she wanted, which
No.
is what she was trying to do.
Make her wear the headphones, make her, try to calm her face down. Yes, just all of the things. Yeah, and so why is she wearing headphones? So she was supposed to wear headphones the whole time because she's hard of hearing. But she
Or so
frequently
she
didn't have
claims.
them on. Right, but then frequently didn't have them on, and the judge would have to stop things and make her put them back on. Because again, he was not going to be accused of, not accommodating her inability to hear.
Right.
Yeah.
He did repeatedly try to accommodate also her inability to fix her goddamn face.
Oh my gosh.
But he certainly covered that with her enough times that her inability to control her facial expressions was 100% on her.
Yeah. And while her defense was, how do you say, interesting?
Insane.
He did make her say on record that she was happy with them and happy with the direction they were going. Because I'm sure everyone in the courtroom and the whole rest of the world that was watching this was going, what is happening here?
I mean, it was bizarre, but it was robust. You could not say they didn't try.
They did try. They did try. They even called people. I mean, they made an attempt.
They did.
So we'll let you know when that comes in and if there's anything interesting. Kristi, talk to us about Mary Ellen Johnson.
Oh, guys.
Yeah.
This is so goddamn sad.
This is an MMIW case.
This is an MMIW case. This is Mary Ellen Johnson Davis. She disappeared around Thanksgiving in 2020. This is from Washington State. So she was missing almost exactly 5 years.
Yeah.
Remains have now been identified that are hers. So remains were found. They were identified to be hers. So she's been missing all this time until quite recently.
Yeah.
Shortly before she went missing, she won a $400,000 settlement from the state of Washington for the psychological damage due to sexual abuse she was subjected to while growing up in a non-native foster home. So she and her sister were taken from their biological family and placed in a non-native foster home. And we've talked about this a ton and about how destructive that is. And unfortunately, she and her sister were sexually abused throughout the entire time they were in foster care. So they very bravely sued the state of Washington
Yeah.
and won their case. And she and her sister each won $400,000
Yeah.
for the abuse that they experienced.
Mm-hmm.
Not long after that, she went missing.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a documentary about this, which I have not watched. I want to go watch it now. It's called Missing from Fire Trail Road. Her remains were found in June in a remote area. And they were identified last week on Halloween to be her. This was in the on the Tulala Reservation,
Mm-hmm.
North Snohomish County, about 30 miles from the Fire Trail Road.
Yeah.
Her husband has not been named as a suspect, although in 2001, Tulalip Tribal Police Detective David Solly said that the husband was a person of interest in her disappearance. So we don't know really where that stands now, but I would imagine now having a hold of her remains, things will be different.
Mm-hmm.
Her family says that after she went missing, her husband moved away and changed his phone number. Now, that is hearsay. That's just what they say. I don't know if that's 100% true.
Yeah.
But so incredibly sad.
Yeah.
She had such a challenging childhood. And then to turn around and lose her life after finally getting something out of it.
Yep. Unbelievably
Did-
sad.
Had she received the settlement? This is a great question, and I don't know. I'm going to continue to do some research on it, but I can't find anything to
Right.
confirm
Says she
or deny
received the
the fact
settlement, but do we know that she got the money? Yeah.
that she got the
Not
money.
sure.
She was given, right. We're not sure.
Yeah.
But right, this poor lady could not catch a break, nor could her family. And her poor sister, who went through that lawsuit with her and then lost her.
Yep.
Just this case just broke my heart.
It's awful. Absolutely awful.
So don't forget her name. Her name is Mary Ellen Johnson Davis.
Yep.
And we will keep an eye because it's very likely now that they have her body, they have a lot more information about
Yes.
her and about her death. And we
Hopefully
may
they
see some
do.
movement in her case
Yeah.
now. Fingers crossed, friends, because this is Washington.
Yep.
We all know.
We know
We
what
don't
a
always
fantastic
have a
job.
lot of faith in good old Washington when it comes to this stuff. So
No. Not at all. Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to close us out with Melodee Buzzard.
oh, I do have one more.
Oh, okay. So, Melodee, as you know, we brought this case earlier this week. This is a 9-year-old little girl that is missing out of California. We know that her mother loaded her up and took a road trip in October and went to Nebraska and Kansas and came back without her. We know that mom is refusing to cooperate with authorities. We also know that some weird things happened on the trip, and we know a little bit more about it now. One thing we know, they had released this picture that it was more cropped. So I've showed you the picture of Melodee before. She's behind her mom, wearing a wig. We also see mom now in the picture, who is also wearing a wig. This is when they were renting the car.
Oh, right, because we've seen pictures of mom now, and she has short hair.
I don't
Right?
know. I'm not sure
I
on
thought
that,
her
but I
hair was
know
short
that
in those pictures from yesterday. Maybe not.
I didn't have pictures of her yesterday. I just had Melodee. But unfortunately, the best picture they have of Melodee is years old because none of her family's been allowed to see her in years.
Right.
But we know now that she was seen somewhere around. So they left on the 7th, and mom returned on the 10th. We know now that she was seen in surveillance videos somewhere around the 9th.
Oh,
So
okay.
here's some communities that they know that at least mom went through, and they're not sure if Melodee may have been with her. Green River, Utah, Panguitch, Utah, Northern Arizona, Prim, Nevada, Rancho Cucamonga, California. And this would have
Okay.
been on or around October 9th. We also know
Okay.
now that she changed the license plate at some point on this trip
Of the rental car?
of the rental car. Yeah,
The hell?
yeah. Real odd, Ashley. Really odd.
Yeah.
All of these things don't,
Because
none of
that
these
would be an illegal
things
plate.
add up. It
And
would
you
be an
can't
illegal
change a plate on
plate.
a rental car.
No, no. So they're still really trying to fill in the gaps. They're trying to find more surveillance photos that might have included the car and, get a sense of whether there were two people or one in the car. Green River's on I-70. Good to know. So we still don't know anything, but I wanted to share those details at least. Anyone who is in that area to just be thinking. I mean, I know this was clear back on October 9th, but you never know. If somebody saw something weird and they suddenly go, well, what about this? So
Right. Yeah.
who knows? But because at some point on the way back, Melodee stopped being with her mother, and nobody knows where
And at
she's
some
at.
point, she changed the license plate on the car.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, that's not good.
Yeah. The whole thing is super not good. They're still completely unsure about what the trip was about in the first place, why they went. She drove so far in 3 days' time that she would have had to have driven around 12 hours a day.
So what was even the point? I mean, all she was doing was like driving and then stopping to eat and sleep and then
And
driving
driving
again.
some more. Yeah.
Weird.
So they're trying to get an entire timeline together. Obviously more information's coming out nearly every day, but this is a case we're keeping a close eye on. Partly because, well, mostly because it's a missing child, but also because it has some Lori Vallow flavors to it that I couldn't deny looking at this case. We've
Yeah.
got a
Yeah,
mom
that's tough.
who the dad has died. He died when the little one was like 6 months old. We know that she has an older sister who Melodee and the older sister ended up in CPS custody for a short time, and Melodee was returned to her mother, and the sister went to live with her bio dad.
Mhm.
And now we know that she is missing. The school district reported her missing.
Yeah.
Apparently, in August, mom signed her up for home instruction. And in this county or in this school district, you have to interface with the school weekly. You have to turn in homework, pick things up. Like you have to be proving that you're actually homeschooling, essentially.
Mhm.
And that hasn't been happening. And they haven't been able to get a hold of Ashley. And so they followed the law and called the police and said, hey, or CPS, I don't know who they called, but they called the authorities and said, hey, we have lost track of this kid and we're concerned. And so
Mm.
they did come looking, and she's refusing to speak to them. We also know that they did take several things from the house. They searched the house last Friday and removed the house for a short time, or removed mom, not the house. It stayed where it's at. Uh, they
Well, that's good.
mhm. They removed her for a short time, and apparently they took some drywall and some flooring and
Oh no.
a couple other like building, parts of the foundation of their, parts of the structure of the house that they did take samples from. So that's concerning.
Oh, that
There
is
has not been
very
an
concerning.
arrest. Mom is not arrested. And she has neighbors that are keeping a close eye on her. We know that they have the dad's
Mhm.
family and some of the neighbors keep putting up signs in front of her house asking, where's Ashley? Or sorry, where's not Ashley,
Where's
Ashley's
Melodee?
mom, where's Melodee? And she has gone outside more than once and torn them down.
Like,
This
come
is
on,
what,
lady. You don't think that this all makes you look so guilty of something? What the hell?
well, it's yet another case where we have a missing child, and the people that should be looking the hardest are not doing that
Not.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Right. Apparently, they don't have anything to arrest her for yet, except for that supposedly there was a
Abandonment?
72-hour
Hello?
order. Right. There was a 72-hour order for her to produce Melodee, and she did not do that. So I can't imagine. I would imagine, well, I know, according to neighbors at least, they have surveillance on the house, that the FBI or the police department there has surveillance on the house, but
That is what finally got Lori Vallow into custody. Was
it
that very
was.
thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You would think. I would imagine that comes this week. I've been checking every day, waiting to
Come
see
on.
like what's going on here. But come on.
Yeah.
There are people on the internet that are, this is the other thing that feels so much like Chad and Lori. There are people that I'm seeing on the internet that are absolutely defending her to the ends of the earth, that she just had to put her in a safe place. She had to put her in a safe place. And so that's where she's at. And she doesn't have to tell. And she's in a safe place.
She does too have to tell the police.
Yeah.
If that's true, you just tell the police.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would say, hey, no problem. We found her. She's safe.
Mm-hmm.
That hasn't happened. So it's not true.
Yeah. 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 Calissa says there was a 72-hour order, but they can't arrest her. They
Right,
need an
the
order
police
from the
have to do that.
judge. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but the judge can do that.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it does take time. See, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're watching her, they're watching the house, and maybe they're kind of keeping an eye on her to see if she'll go anywhere interesting, too. They also searched her storage unit. That's also frightening. But,
yeah, it is.
yeah. But, yeah, doesn't this have some weird Lori vibes to it?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Yeah. Right. Safe from who or what? Oh, the people I've seen
Yeah.
online are arguing that Dad's family have been harassing her for years, you know, because they'd like to see their granddaughter, and that she has to keep her safe from them. And there has been talk from Dad's family and her own mom that there have been mental health issues for years with her, but this is terrifying.
That doesn't mean
Yeah.
that this child is safe by any means.
Not at all. Everything we're
No.
seeing would indicate she is definitively not safe. Yeah. Yeah, Prim. Thanks, Carolyn, for that. Prim is on the California-Nevada border. I've stayed in Prim before. I
Yep.
know exactly where Prim's at.
Yeah. I've
Pretty
been to
much a
Prince,
ghost town now. But yeah, it used to be a shopping and gambling mecca. Yeah. Yeah. So they came through there. Yeah.
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 Boy. Scary.
It is scary, and it's scary to wonder what kind of mindset mom is in. But again, where in the world is this child? Yep. Super sad. So we'll keep an eye on it. And you have one more case.
I do. This is actually a local case to us.
Oh, yeah.
This is Jonas Diaz. Jonas Diaz was 19 years old, and he was found deceased recently in Ingham, Idaho, which is in Bannock County. It's just a couple of counties south of me.
Mm-hmm.
And his death is being ruled as suspicious.
Yeah.
So he was found like just outside, deceased. We don't know very much other than that, because there's still an autopsy pending. But what we do know is that his death has been deemed suspicious. And his family is, of course, absolutely beside themselves.
Yeah.
They are just destroyed. Jonas, by the way, is indigenous.
Mm-hmm.
He was born and raised in Pocatello, Idaho, and also on the Fort Hall Indian Reservation, which is just south of me here. And I think that the thing that's really important here, and the reason that I wanted to bring this case up, is because this is the kind of case that can just disappear into the ether. we're at least lucky that this is being called suspicious and not just being
Yeah.
immediately assumed to be a suicide,
Yep. Completely
because we
ignored.
see a lot of
Yeah.
these, unfortunately. But I wanted to bring Jonas's name out on our show, and we'll keep an eye on his case as a way to support his family and be sure that they get justice for Jonas and that they find whatever has happened to him and those responsible are dealt with.
Yep. The more
Because,
public his case remains, the more likely they will be to investigate it. Yep.
yes, and the deaths of young Native folks in our area are not uncommon, unfortunately. And we know, I'm going to say her name because I'll say her name till the end of time, Rebecca Plentywounds,
Yep.
still never even considered a murder, even though she was found dismembered.
Mm-hmm.
So, right, justice for Jonas Diaz. We want to make sure that his family gets all the support that they deserve, and that his case gets all of the attention that it deserves, and that this young man's death does not go by the wayside as so many do.
Yeah.
So we will be continuing to watch. This is very new situation, and so there's not a lot that we know other than his family is devastated and police are looking into it.
Yep.
Fingers crossed.
Okay. We'll keep it up.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, that is what we have got. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for our last show of the week. And yeah, you never know what's going to happen on Thursday. Sometimes there's such big stuff we have to do it. Sometimes crime has settled down a tiny bit and we can do something a little funner, or, who knows? I don't know. We don't know.
We have no idea. So many things could happen. Also, the sandwich trial may be over because it is at jury now. So
yeah.
So we may have at least a resolution there.
We may have an answer. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully
So
they
we'll let you know for
recognize
sure.
that there was no serious bodily harm in the throwing of the sandwich. Come on, jury. Did you see any injuries?
They couldn't even see mustard.
They
Couldn't even see mustard.
No.
All righty, guys. Take care. Have a good night. Take good care of yourselves. And thanks for being here. Please like, share, follow, and leave a comment. Leaving a comment helps us more than you know. If it would be nice, that would be great. If it's not, it's whatever. But,
We get them all. We get them all. Also, follow us wherever you listen, especially Spotify. Spotify's been poking us that we have way more people who watch us than follow us, and that we should really have more followers. And so we should be saying to our Spotify listeners, please follow us on Spotify.
Oh.
So there you go. We did it.
Okay. Okay, Spotify. Are you happy now?
Are you? Are you happy now? Yeah.
Probably not. Yeah. Happy enough to give us a contract? That'd be cool. You could do that.
That would be cool.
You could do
Come
that.
on, man.
Yeah.
Spotify.
We're nice. Yeah. All righty, guys. Take care and have a good night. This has been yet another production of the True Crime Squad.
Bye, everybody.
Season 6, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.